Okay, so once you have your jobs, then we're going to start developing our skill list. That's the next assignment. And this isn't going to be a complete list of skills that are going to go in your resume, but it's going to give you a really good idea of what employers are looking for and kind of what either you should be making an argument that your experience is equivalent to it, right? The things that we're learning in class, or maybe these are things you're like, yeah, I should teach myself a little bit of this software. And the thing is, these things change over time. So what employers are asking for this year is different than what they were asking for last year, even 6 months ago. So you have to look when you're getting ready to look for a job. So this one right here, let's take a look. Description, Sketchers will lead to development and implementation of enterprise security architecture. Support current future security and compliance requirements. Not really a skill, so I'm going to leave that out. Partner with various teams and units. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Partner with various teams and units. Information assurance. And I don't need the rest of that information. So I'm going to grab that bullet. And I'm going to go back here to the other window. And I'm going to paste that in there. Keep text only. Right? Let me bullet that bad boy up. Boom, bada boom. Hey, what the hell? Bullet that bad boy up. All right, that is one skill. That is a skill that employers are looking for. Let's go back. Working closely with various infrastructure. Not really a skill. Okay, required skills. Each of these is a bullet. And literally, I don't know why I keep doing Alt-Tab when I'm in the same piece of software. Literally, each of those should be pasted individually. So AWS, Azure, WAN, I'll put WAN and LAN together. Windows, Unix, Linux go together. SIEM is its own thing. So, yeah, these are all skills that this job is looking at. Let's see. That is it for skills. So this job is actually a little bit light on skills, but that's okay. Let's take a look at this next job. Okay. We can kind of skip the rah, 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 we're so great, that kind of stuff. We want what skills they're looking for. There is some stuff in here. I'm going to kind of skip that for now. Requirements, bachelor's or master's. As I said before, don't worry about that too much. Current DoD level 1 certificate, for example, Security Plus, or the ability to obtain it within 6 months. So a Security Plus, I would list that there. So let's go back to our document. And boom, bada boom, Security Plus. Now, Security Plus itself has a million skills under it. You could go under that and pull any of those skills out that you want. I'm not super interested for right now, but that's a thing I want to make a note of, that they're asking for a Security Plus. DoD security. I guess that's not a skill that you need a DoD security clearance, so I don't really care about that right now. Current SAPSAR. Okay, knowledge of, and these again, these are all things that they're asking for. So I would go back over here and paste that in. So, doom bada doom. Now you might not know what all of these things are. I don't know what all of these things are. But you have this wonderful tool called Google, and part of what you're going to do is go through and look at, what is each of these things that they are asking for. And if you did, you would see that Splunk is actually a type of SIEM. So one of the things you would probably do at towards the end is you would take that and group that together with the seam up there, so that we know that 2 employers have asked for that. Let me see if I can find any more here. Investigating and generating alerts using defined escalation paths. That's a thing that they expected to do. Going to throw that down there at the bottom. Monitoring. So all of these here are skills. Boom, I'm going to grab all of these. Okay, so these they've already kind of listed, although they listed the Security Plus only. I would say that's the most relevant, but if you had any of these other ones, then that would be really important too. Experience working in a Linux, Windows, or OS X environments. Again, I would go ahead and grab that. Oh, that was a separate job. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at this document and try to find commonalities. So we found that Splunk is an example of a seam, right? We found Security Plus here, and actually we didn't mention, but somebody else mentioned that second job also said Security Plus, right? You're going to go look up Nessus, right? And if you look up Nessus, what you'll find is it's a scanning tool, and somewhere over here, right, there was vulnerability scanning. So what you're really going to do is understand the particular terms, maybe software skills that they're asking for, and group them together. And what you want to see is how many jobs are asking for each of these. If only one job asks for it, that's probably less important. But if I look at 5 jobs and all 5 mention something to do with vulnerability scanning or some particular vulnerability scanning software, if I see that over and over again, okay, that's something important. Luckily, it's something we do in the 271 class. So, in fact, we use Nessus. So you could list that as a skill, and this tells you, yes, I should list that. Then you have to make the decision, am I going to list it as the general vulnerability scanning, or am I going to list the specific software? And that's less important right now. Right now, you're just figuring out what are employers looking for. And this is what you're going to submit for the Identify Skills assignment in the Get a Job module. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions,